Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. This is Aaron in Spice, and I always tell you, remember your dream is still valid. If some of us were able to make it, then the one watching me, you can also make it. Now, today I am going to walk you through 7 schools for the 5th episode of the Drop and Share series. So in the next few episodes that I'll be bringing your way are all going to be based on the programs that you entered at the comment section. So if today happens to be your first time and you have not done so, and maybe some of the programs that I have covered are not the programs you are willing to pursue your higher education in, then you want to consider making sure that you enter those programs you want me to do a video on, to bring you schools that are offering such programs and also assistantships, as well as the packages that it comes with that very assistantship. Yeah, so if you are ready, now let's dive deep into that very session and walk you through the 7 schools. See you in the next phase.
Graduate Teaching Assistantship, Graduate Research Assistantship, Graduate Teaching Associate, and Graduate Assistantship is an integral part of every international student's study abroad journey. Now, this is a form of employment that is offered by an institution to international students, where they assist faculty members in either teaching, research, or administrative activities. And in return, such institutions waive your full tuition, give you monthly stipends, and even some schools go a step further by waiving your health insurance for you. So, I believe every international student must be able to harness such opportunities so that your financial burden as a student when you get here will be lessened for you, because these institutions are going to pay your insurance for you as well as give you monthly stipends and waive your tuition for you. So, this is the motive behind the Drop and Share series, where I'm going to be dropping between 5 to 7 schools where these opportunities and benefits can be obtained, so that when you get here you don't struggle in terms of finances. So in the next few minutes I'm going to walk you through these very schools. Stay glued to your device as we go through these very schools and then see the benefits and packages that they offer to international students when they are being employed by such an institution. Now, you don't want to be selfish. That is why we have themed it Drop and Share. So when you get this information, you try as much as possible and share with other friends who are also embarking on this study abroad journey. Thank you. Now let's dive deep into this.
Okay, so welcome to the next phase. Now we are here and I'm going to walk you through the 7 schools that I'm talking about. Now, in the 7 schools, the first school that we are going to target is the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And we are currently at the Department of English. Yes, the Department of English. Now, if you read down here, it said that the Department of English offers assistantships and fellowships for master's and doctoral students. Yeah, if you read the first sentence, you can see that it offers assistantship and fellowships also for the master's and then doctoral students. Now let's go down and see the packages that it comes with. So if you look at the master's fellowship, it says that the University of Louisiana Lafayette University Master's Fellowship stipends have a minimum value. So minimum, that is the base, minimum value of $11,660 with a waiver of tuition and most fees. Now the last time I told you the difference between tuition, that's the tuition fees, and we have fees and then we have tuition fees. Okay, so they said they are going to waive most of them for you. You are not allowed to work an additional job while receiving the fellowship stipend. And then the down when you read here, it says that there are fewer master's fellowships available, so they are more competitive. So since it is more competitive, you want to try as much as possible and put in your application before the priority deadline. That is where you can stand a high chance of getting this very fellowship and assistantship. So, and when you read down here, it said that most of our graduate assistants in the Department of English serve as graduate teaching assistants. Our doctoral level assistantships come with a minimum stipend of $15,900 and a waiver of tuition and most fees. At the master's level, our assistantships offer a minimum stipend of $10,070. So there is a difference between the assistantship they stated here and that of what they stated here. This one is fellowship. right? This one is fellowship, and this one they are talking about is assistantship. So check it out. If English is what you want to pursue, you want to look at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette Department of English. And as I always keep saying, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section or in the description so that you can have access to it so easily. Now let's move to the second school. So the second school we are going to look at is University of North Dakota. University of North Dakota, and we are at the College of Arts and Sciences. So let's scroll down and then look at what we are most interested in. So look at the annual stipend. It says the annual stipend for graduate teaching, that is half-time, and the half-time I explained in the previous video, that is you working for 20 hours. So the annual stipend for graduate teaching assistant, right, half-time, varies according to the degree sought. The stipends for 2023-2024, which means that it's very current, $17,000 for MA students, right? So master students, 17,000, and then for PhD student is 21,500. Now, and down here they say that tuition waivers are awarded independently of teaching assistantships. So, right, you want to look at such a school. The stipend is very great, 21,500 for PhD students and 17,000 for master students. So you want to look at some of these very schools, right? And that is why I'm doing these very videos for you. So I'm going to leave the link, and then you will have access to it, and then you can, probe the website and then get more valuable information to your advantage and then apply on time. Now let's move to the third school. And the third school we are looking at is the University of Alabama, and we are still at the Department of English, College of Arts and Sciences. So the Department of English. Now let's move down. When you scroll down, it talks about the assistantships here. It said that first year graduate assistants with fewer than 18 hours of prior graduate coursework in English will be assigned to work in the writing center. So they are telling you where you are going to be working. Now let's move to the awards or the fellowship that it comes with. It said new and returning graduate students are also eligible for awards other than assistantships, including one, Graduate Council Fellowship, which is amounting 20,000 plus full tuition, right? So 20,000 plus full tuition. Then they have Dean's Graduate Recruiting and Opportunity Awards. That is 6,000 enhancements to the GA stipend. They also have the McNair Graduate Fellowship, also totaling 20,000 plus full tuition. National Alumni Association Fellowships, also totaling 20,000 plus full tuition. So these are the packages that it comes with, right? And you want to make sure that you apply on time. Always make sure that you apply before the priority deadline, or don't let the priority deadline pass before you apply to such schools, right? So I'm talking about the University of Alabama, and we are at the Department of English. So consider this school. Now, before we move to the fourth school, I want you to know that most schools are going to open the application portals in middle of August or somewhere in September. So you want to start gathering all your documents. Make sure you are putting everything in place so that when they open them up, you begin to put in your application to meet the priority deadline, because most of the schools, their priority deadline are around, let's say, middle of November or sometimes first week in December, and some schools were extended all the way to like 15th of January. So please, you want to make sure that you gather your documents so that when they open the application portals, hopefully in the middle of August or first week in September, you will be able to put in the applications on time. So now let's move to the fourth school, and the fourth school that we are looking at is Towson University. And this one is a general assistantship, so it's not specific to a particular department. So general assistantships. So let's scroll down and see the packages that they give. So you see benefits of an assistantship. So assistantships provide numerous opportunities for growth and development. Graduate assistants are responsible for a variety of activities, including assistance to staff, faculty, and administrators, research, teaching, and other diverse assignments for external employers. Now, through their work, graduate assistants one, gain further expertise in their field, develop their research and pedagogical skills, and also acquire experience in leadership, interpersonal effectiveness, and performance evaluation. So these are some of the things that you are going to, get. Now let's look at the packages. So for a 20-hour position, stipend per academic year, we are looking at, for a graduate assistant, you are earning $12,000 for graduate assistant. Now for master's research assistant or teaching assistant, you are also earning $12,000. Now there's a difference between a research assistant, teaching assistant, and a graduate assistant. So graduate assistant basically means you are more of like at the administrative setting, right? And then the research and then teaching is self-explanatory. And then doctoral research assistant or teaching assistant, you are looking at $16,000. And then doctoral scholar, you are looking at $35,000. So you want to make sure that you apply on time, like I always say. And then for a 10-hour position, you are looking at half of that of the 12,000, which is 6,000 for the stipend per academic year. That is if you are working for 10 hours. So it means that you will get extra 10 hours to work on campus. Okay. Yeah, that is if you don't qualify for the 20 hours assistantship and you get a 10 hours, you can still go for it. So these are the packages that you are going to work for applying to this very assistantship position when you are selected. And we are talking about Towson University. So this is a general assistantship positions that are available, not specific to a particular department. So look into this very school as well, Towson University. Now let's move to the fifth school. The fifth school we are talking about is Boise State University. Boise State University. And we are at the Department of Art, Design, and Visual Studies. So most people got in touch with me and were like, oh, so those of us who did like visual arts and other stuff, why is it that we don't have assistantship? So these are some of the assistantship positions for those of you who did visual arts or designs, graphic design, and the rest. So these are the assistantships for those ones. Now, let's scroll down and then see what they have for it. It said graduate assistantships are awarded annually and competitively to Master of Fine Arts students. Assistantships include a full tuition waiver. And this is one thing that I always keep saying. Assistantships include a full tuition waiver, health insurance, and a monthly stipend. This is very good. Is a very good package because they are waiving your full tuition and then they will give you health insurance and a monthly stipend and a position teaching in service to the Department of Art, Design, and Visual Studies. So guys, you want to look sharp, especially if you did graphic design or you did visual arts, anything relating to visual, right? This is a Master of Fine Arts and they are offering these very competitive scholarships and assistantships. So you want to look sharp and apply to this very school. That is Boise State University, and that is at the Department of Arts and Arts, Design, and Visual Studies. And then for the program, you have Master of Fine Arts, Visual Arts, Master of Fine Arts in Graphic Design as well. So please try your possible best and apply to this school, and also make sure that you apply before the priority deadline. Now let's move to the sixth school, and that is Kent State University. Kent State University, which is located in Ohio. Kent State University. Now let's look at the packages that they have for us. It said all graduate assistants will be selected by the Graduate Studies Committee of the School of Visual Communication Design. So we are still for the Master of Fine Arts programs. So applications for assistantships will be handled through the Division of Research and Graduate Studies. Now specific assignments will be made by the VCD Graduate Coordinator, right? Now, we wanted to see the packages, but then what I want to communicate over here is that they offer assistantships for Master of Fine Arts because of some of the comments that I got in most of the videos that I did during the first, second, and the third episode for the Drop and Share series. So I have brought you two. That is for those who are interested in like graphic design and then fine arts or like visual arts and the rest. So these are some of the programs you can do, and then assistantship are available for you at Kent State University as well as Boise State University. That is the previous school that I tackled. Now, let's move to the very last school. Now, before we move to the last school, if today happens to be the first time you are watching my channel, you want to consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell, and then also like my video. And I will really entreat you to share the video with other people. Now, maybe if the programs that I'm covering have not tackled any of the programs you are interested in pursuing, you want to comment below and tell me some of the programs you want me to do a video on, and I'll gladly research and I'll bring you schools that are offering either teaching or research assistantship positions for those very programs that you will enter. Thank you. And also let me know the country you are watching me from and the time that you are watching this very video. I'll be very glad. Thank you so much. Now let's move to the last school and the seventh school for today's episode, and that is the 5th episode for the Drop and Share series. And we are at the Iowa State University, and we are the College of Design. So still, for those of you who are interested, or maybe you did visual arts or you did graphic design and the rest, yeah, we are still on you people. We are giving you these very programs, and this school, that's Iowa State University at the College of Design, offer assistantships for this very program. Now, assistantships and funding, let's move down and see the packages that they give. So if you look at departmental assistantships, so when we go down, let's see if we are going to see the benefits. Okay, so I think the benefits should be somewhere here. Okay, so quarter-time departmental assistantships, GAs, may be offered to our top applicants in many of our graduate degree programs in exchange for 10 hours of work per week in either a teaching, research, or administrative role. Graduate assistants receive 1 Iowa resident tuition rate. So it means that you are not going to pay tuition as an international student. You are not going to pay the out-of-state tuition. You are going to pay an in-state tuition, and that is, you will pay fees like you are an Iowa resident person. So, and a 25 to 50% tuition scholarship. So they are giving you between 25 to 50% tuition scholarship, and 50% for terminal degrees, and that is 25% for non-terminal degrees. Now, you are also going to receive semesterly stipend. So every semester you are going to receive stipend, and which are going to be paid to you on a monthly basis. Some schools will even pay you bi-weekly, which means that every 2 weeks you are being paid. Now, they are also saying that health insurance is covered. Really? So health insurance coverage, you are not going to pay health insurance, and health insurance is a big deal when you come to the United States of America. Health insurance is a big deal. So, because I remember in my first semester, I was paying close to like $2,000 for health insurance. Yeah, for close to $2,000, and they are going to waive it for you, so you are not going to pay health insurance, and a reduction in some student fees. So like I said in my previous video, that there's a difference between tuition fees and then normal student fees. Now, some schools will waive the tuition for you, and you will have to pay the student fees. But over here, they are saying that a reduction in some student fees will also be given to you. So this is something that you need to look into, and that is, we are talking about Iowa State University for their College of Design, right? And we are talking about some of the programs that they offer, like fine arts and then graphic design and the rest. So please do your possible best and check this school out, and you will love it. And as I always keep saying, don't forget to apply before the priority deadline, because if you apply after the priority deadline, you wouldn't stand a higher chance of getting the assistantship position, and that will go a long way to affect you in your study abroad journey. So do your possible best and put in the application on time. Like I said before I started this very video, is that most of the schools are going to open the application portals hopefully in middle of August or even in September, and some have even, I think some of them have started opening the application portal. So begin to put your documents in place, gather everything, and then shoot in your application as soon as possible when the application portals are open, so that you stand a high chance of getting your assistantship positions on time and also qualifying for them. Now, if today happens to be your first time, I am glad you have joined the Aaron Inspires family. Consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. The reason you are turning it on is for you to stay updated, so that at any point in time when I upload a new content, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you so much. Now, before I sign out, I want to tell you that remember, your dream is valid. Don't let anyone look down on you. Don't look down on yourself neither. Make sure that you stay positive and stay optimistic through this very process, and everything will be fine. You will be able to make it. If some of us were able to make it and we are here pursuing our higher education fully funded, then you can also make it. So don't look down on yourself. All I will encourage you to do is that make sure that you follow some of my friends and myself. We bring you information so that you guys can go through this very process without struggle. So make sure that you do that, and remember that your dream will come to pass. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.